recording. There we go. Alright. My voice is now turned to shit right at the moment I start speaking. You would do that, wouldn't you? I love being... well, I'm not sick necessarily. It's the cold weather is affecting my breathing, my throat. I am... an inept human being. There we go, we'll say that. Alright, let's chat. So, I am going to have to cut out one potential option. I'll explain that when we get to it, and I'll explain why. It's complicated, but it comes down to a few things. Sorry, I'm just looking at this mug because I don't want to have where I got it from on the camera, because I don't know if they have them anywhere else, and I don't to, like, you know, give away anywhere that I am. That's fine, okay. Not that I think anyone would see it anyway, but still. Right. So, we have other quests, but they don't matter. Final battle. We need to head to Redcliffe to prepare your army. Now, can I directly leave the estate? No, I have to walk out the front door. Thankfully, I'm just there. We went and I think we talked to everyone? Yeah, there's no real need to talk to anyone right now because we'll have a chance to, because this isn't technically the final battle, you'll see.
Yes.
That's right, I remember what I did now. I leveled everyone up and I think I equipped them with stuff. Because everyone else will have to fight during the final battle. Even if it is just temporarily for them all. Oh, I would have to sneeze now, wouldn't I? Alright. To Redcliffe Village. We've been attacked.
Slay these monsters.
Ah, Darkspawn and an ogre. Who's here anyway? It is loud, is what it is. I think it's just loud on my end. That's not it. Yeah. I just go off the audio mixer mostly. And if the audio mixer seems fine, then it's mostly. I might drop it down to 0.45. Because it's getting a bit close to the yellow. And I'll put it back on. Sweet. What's getting blocked? What's happening over there? Oh. Oh. Morrigan's trying to attack that ogre, but her attacks are missing because they're hitting a tree. And the AI can't figure out to move. Nor could this... oh, there we go. I was going to say that ogre AI is also a little... broken. Down. I might search here, they might have some health poultices. No, you got nothing. You're kind of shit. Yeah, we got some dwarves. I think we've now... I think the only ones we haven't seen, we haven't come across Templars out in the fighting the Darkspawn, but that's fine, they don't matter. Just money, not really what I want. Okay. To Redcliffe. It's weird that we're taking a road that little... I mean, this part of the map would quite literally cut through the Darkspawn horde. Like this part of the West Road. Ah, that's exactly as I left it. Oh god, this guy's back. Is it the same guy?
It's you.
It'd be hilarious.
The Grey Warden. Andraste's mercy that you got here when you did. I thought for sure these monsters were going to get me.
When did the Darkspawn get here?
Just a few hours ago. Not that long after everyone was evacuated to the castle. I thought I could make it to my home and back before they got here. But it took me too long to get down here. What a relief you arrived.
I don't really care. Are there any more Darkspawn at the castle?
By now, yes. They'd have reached the castle walls.
Well, time to go
I'm
kill them.
going to get out of here before any more of these things arrive. Thank you again.
To the castle, which I think I can just... I might
More dark
here.
spawn, eh?
don't... I think we... How we have to get to the castle in this bit. Are we at the point where we insta-kill them? We might be. So, what I like about this game, as well, is... I think it's more so when we get to the final battle. But a lot of the basic Darkspawn will all die in one hit to every character. I like it because it really makes it feel like you've actually grown as characters. Like, at the beginning when Darkspawn would take, like, multiple hits to kill, like, you know... And now here, we're a full-fledged Grey Warden. We're at the final battle, and we're just felling uncountable numbers almost in, like, one attack. You know, just cleave your way through one, then another, then another. I like it. Kind of like a Warriors game, like a Dynasty Warriors or Samurai Warriors. It's better when you're a ranged character only because you don't have to run up to them and you can just very easily just, like, you know, hit one, hit the other, hit the other, hit the other, hit the other, hit the other. Of course, it only works with standard enemies. So not like alphas, emissaries, the missile doesn't grunts, and normal dialogue. Hello, you want to swing?
Let's do this quickly,
There we go.
shall we?
Look at that, Nadia's loving it.
All right.
Sweep. It's good to do a sweep like that. I'm just gonna take care of these weak ones, the tough guys. Hang on, sweep ready? Feels good to kill all three at once. Pocket sand never fails. Oh good, another rope. Get it right off. Oh, you bitch. Oh, I might die here. That's really annoying. Yep, I got mauled at the last one. That's a mean one. Me getting mauled as I'm trying to heal. Wait, what am I doing? She's out of MP. That should be enough. There we go. Bring me back to life. Oh crap! Just stands down. That was all came back at the same time. He died at that battle. This fucking gun. Hey, bloody hell! I would be in pain.
At your order.
Oh.
Here I am.
Drinking it? There she goes. I could upstand, but he's gonna jump anyway.
Future.
You're fine, Stan.
Why are we still here?
Just to suffer. I've heard cars speak. Nice freehold waters. Speaking of Metal Gear, I saw a very funny thing, which the way they said it is stupid. They basically said ignoring. What was it? It was like they said like ignoring Metal Gear 1 and 2. Solid Snake is only in 2.5 games, whereas Big Boss is in 4. And I'm like, first of all, I do not consider Ground Zeroes a game. It is not its own game. It is... Oh, I didn't actually have to come down here. Oh, fucking whatever. Backtracking is awesome. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, I do not consider Ground Zeroes its own game. It is just a little addition onto Phantom Pain. So, that doesn't count. Also, not counting Metal Gear 1 and 2 is stupid. They're part of the game series. It's like, what? Also, if you want to get technical, you could even count non-canon ones like Acid and, there's another one. I think there were 2 Acids, but then there was another one as well. And then, I mean, also if you were to count portable ops, like, the numbers would be different. But if we're only counting canon ones, then you can't not count the first 2 Metal Gears. If you do it the way I said, counting Metal Gear 1 and 2, You've got for Solid Snake, Metal Gear 2, Metal Gear Solid, a little bit of Metal Gear Solid 2, which he's in, even if he's only playable for a little bit of it, and Metal Gear Solid 4, and then Big Boss you got 3, Peace Walker, and 5. So, yeah, their argument wasn't quite there. I'd say they're fairly equal in how many they were in together.
All right.
I don't know what the difference between Pearls or Galaxy is.
All right.
I'm back. Sorry about that. The sudden change in the temperature has really messed me up. So I'm not necessarily sick, I'm more just a little, like, you know, usual sort of symptoms that you can have when it gets colder. I like that the emissaries are blind. Maybe not blind necessarily, but they're wearing glasses. They're blindfolded. I eventually got the right word. It just took me a while, because it's me, and I utterly inept at reality. Backstab. Backstab. Anyway. Alright, sorry. Pocket Sand. I don't know how Pocket Sand's actually working now, but I think about it. They can't see, they have a blindfold on. How is me throwing sand in their eyes doing anything? You're an alpha. Oh my god, leave my mage alone, squishy. Good news, she can finally be bees. What the fuck are you doing, Alistair? Get in there. Also, I hate switching out my character because she goes into dueling stance. Which I don't use because it just sucks. Uh-oh. Pocket Sand. And because you're actually a boss, you might be a bit tough. Oh, it's worn off because you used it on the fucking... I mean, I guess it was a tough enemy, but still, come on. Uh-oh, I'm gonna die here. Sten, do me a favor. Wait, do it again. Here it is. Holy crap, I'm alive again. I'm about to die again. Never mind, I'm alive. Get the kill. Yeah, I got the kill. Are we doing the jump? Yeah. I like those fancy kills you can do in this one.
My lady, you're here. Thank goodness.
I wanted to loot everything that was dead. Where's Arleman?
He's inside with Riordan of the Grey Wardens, who arrived this morning just ahead of the Darkspawn.
How convenient.
I was told he has urgent news and to send out patrols to watch for your arrival. Then we were attacked.
Wait, I must prepare. Can you hold the Darkspawn for now?
There might be stragglers, but you seem to have taken care of most of them out here. That's
I just want to
rather
loot the dead.
remarkable, really.
In case we can get any health poultices. Like from the Alpha. Thanks! I mean, I can get a bit of XP from that, I think. before the final battle. Maybe not. I actually don't know. I can hand him into the dwarves. I can also probably hand in all my money. I don't need... no, I might need some money. There are a few moments I could buy some stuff. Okay, that's everything.
I was told to watch for your arrival, Warden.
Take me inside, there must be no more
Comrade
delays.
I should take you to the hall right away, my lady. They'll be waiting for you there.
They better be. So I don't know how long the final battle will take. It's chunky. That's what I meant. It is also janky. Can really mess
It's a
up.
relief to see you unharmed. And you as well, Alistair. Or should I say your majesty?
No, I wouldn't say that. Not yet, anyway.
The
he's
Darkspawn
not
that
king
attacked
yet.
Redcliffe were relatively few in number, I'm afraid.
But you're
It
not
was assumed
king
the Horde
yet.
was marching in this direction, but that is not true.
Riordan tells us that the bulk of the Horde is in fact heading towards Denerim. They are perhaps 2 days away from the capital.
Oh, that's not good.
Are
We just
sure?
left there.
I mean, if that's true.
I ventured close enough to listen in, as it were. I am quite certain.
Why did we think they were headed here?
The Darkspawn line is wide, and many of them roam away from the main Horde. Until now, most of them have been spotted here in the west.
Not to mention that we've been too busy killing each other to pay much attention to some silly old Darkspawn horde.
Yes.
There is, I'm afraid, one other piece of news that is of even greater concern.
Oh.
The Archdemon has shown itself.
Well, we've seen it a few
The
times.
dragon is at the head of the Horde.
Make her preserve us.
But we can't reach Denerim within 2 days, can we? It's too far.
Well, not with that
We
attitude.
must begin a forced march to the capital immediately with what we have. Denerim must be defended at all costs.
Yeah, but forced marches leave your army tired. I played Total War. The Archdemon is what's important.
And only the Grey Wardens can defeat the Archdemon.
Shout out.
That is why we must go.
Then we march, and hope the army we've collected here gives us the chance we need. Al-Eamon, how long before the army can set out?
By daybreak.
Then let's get them ready.
First
I
we
won't
sleep,
let all those
then
people
we
die
walk.
without giving them a chance.
Could we really stop the blight?
This may be our only chance to face the Archdemon. We could stop the Blight here before it truly starts.
Yeah, they would be
I will
way
give you
worse.
orders
Normally,
at once.
the first
I
one
will
lasted over
notify you the
100
moment
years.
We are ready to march.
That would be appreciated.
Then if you and Alistair could meet me before you retire, we have Grey Warden business to discuss.
Grey Warden business, not your
I will
concern.
have someone show you to your rooms. I suggest you all get some rest while you can. We will need it.
Okay. Oh yeah, everyone's here. We can talk to. Here's the Lady of the Forest.
It is strange to be so far from the forest that created me, Grey Warden. Here I do not feel the ebb and flow of the trees and the earth. It is silent. And yet in that silence I feel the battle that is to come.
I didn't realize you were going to leave the forest.
And instead, I should send all my children off to battle.
That's fine, I'll fight alongside the Dryad. Dryad?
Counting the dead,
No, there are
hearing their
Dryads in this
cries
game.
within
When I think
me.
of Dryads, I usually think of women like this. Because of how they depict it. How are they depicted in the monster build? It's like, are they in the monster build? It's like, they probably are.
They are a force of nature
Fucking mermaids,
themselves,
man, they look
like
so
locusts
stupid.
descending upon the
I wish I could show off how, when I first saw it, I laughed so much at that one particular aspect to it, but I can't show it because
Yes, like an arrow flying towards its target.
the Archdemon.
That is the one. He knows you come, Grey Warden. He bellows his challenge at you even now, daring you to approach, daring all of us. I can think of this no further. I do not wish to hear its roar in my
What are the
heart.
ones that are feminine
my
tree
tongue
people?
waver.
Is it Dryads
Sorry.
oftentimes, or is it a different thing? I don't remember.
And what word have we from Orzammar? Has House Claret sent their men, or haven't they?
They're stalling, which is as good as a no. House Claret's feud with House Romald has flared up again since their son died in that Deep Roads business. So naturally they're pleading the need for
Bloody
self-defense.
dwarves.
Find time to start with that nonsense again. I've half a mind to... Evening to you, Grey Warden. Didn't realize you were still up and about.
I'm dwarfing about. Shouldn't you all be resting?
Resting? Who can rest after the march we had getting here? These humans have it easy with their long legs.
They do, don't they?
That and we're kept up thinking about the coming battle.
Are things truly that desperate? Do we stand a chance of losing?
Don't we always?
There's a reason to get drunk, if ever I heard one.
You're a dwarf. You don't need any
Off
reason
the
to get
camp for
drunk.
both of you, and keep the drunkenness to a minimum. We have a long way to go yet. Pleasant evening to you, Grey Warden, and good fortune on the field of battle.
And I think those are the only two people we can talk to, strangely enough. Bodyguard.
Good evening, my lady. It is an honor to meet you.
Good evening, soldier. I really
Of
don't
course,
have any
my
reason
lady.
to talk to you.
Good luck to you.
I didn't even know I could. I never tried. Okay, and play this game 8 times, you still find new stuff. Dougal relieves himself in an inconspicuous area nearby. Do you see anything interesting? He barks excitedly and runs off. Dougal comes running up to you with a tangled ball of woolen yarn. The ends are trailing in the dust behind him. Okay, thanks.
It speaks.
I don't think they actually have anything to add. I thought they might. You know, we're about to have the final battle, Sten.
What is your wish, Kadan?
Huh.
As you...
Okay, I guess they don't.
You've seen and touched Andraste's ashes.
Did I talk to you after that? Oh, I think I did, but then
holiest thing on this
you said
earth,
something else.
The remains of the Maker's chosen.
How can something so mundane have power?
Maybe it is belief and faith that imbues them with their power, or just maybe Andraste really was blessed by him.
Why do you know the Maker's a
I do
man?
not
Well, I
know
guess he
if I am
married a
worthy
woman.
to look upon her.
She's dead, it doesn't matter.
I suppose you could look at it that way.
I'm also a
She still
dwarf, I don't
deserves our
believe in
respect.
chantry.
But there is little time to debate this. Let us move on.
Let me guess her opinion, are we gonna go down? Nope.
What you need?
Nothing, actually. I don't think they'll have anything to add. Ah! Sandal and Bodan.
Ah, fun. I heard rumours that Redcliffe was once again open for business, but my word, isn't this amazing? Such bustle. The Earl has kindly offered my son and I lodgings in exchange for supplies. I'm happy to help him.
I do, I want to
and
buy
you
whatever
too,
you might have.
of course. If you have need of my wares, you have but to ask.
Do you have those Grandmaster runes? Ah, you do. Perfect. I hate everything. I'm not going to use that, so get rid of that, get rid of that. No, I'll keep the Drake's Scale for now. Both of those. Both of those. I may as well take these. So they could come in handy in the final battle. Same with those, potentially. May as well take that. Okay, that'll do. Okay, upstairs. Gather your party and venture forth. I'm just walking up the stairs. And it's just me, anyway.
And done.
Map of occupied for Elden. Doesn't matter. Didn't need that. I think this is Morrigan's room. Yep.
What comes, my friend?
Nothing. Okay, we're coming up to a big decision that will be made by the wheel.
There you are. Let's go see what Riordan...
Yeah, what's he want? Alright, Riordan, I can actually type this in now because I already know exactly
You're
what it's
new
going
to
to
the
be.
Grey Wardens, and you may not have been told how an archdemon is slain. I need to know if that is so.
You mean there's more to it than just, say, chopping off its head?
So it is true. Duncan had not yet told you. I had simply assumed. Tell me, have you ever wondered why the Grey Wardens are needed to defeat the Darkspawn?
I assume it's something to do with the taintness?
That is exactly what it involves.
Already
The
know the answer.
Archdemon may be slain, as any other Darkspawn, but should any other than a Grey Warden do the slaying, it will not be enough. The essence of the beast will pass through the taint to the nearest Darkspawn and will be reborn anew in that body. The dragon is thus all but immortal. But if the Archdemon is slain by a Grey Warden, its essence travels into the Grey Warden instead.
And what happens to the Grey Warden?
The Darkspawn is an empty, soulless vessel, but a Grey Warden is not. The essence of the Archdemon is destroyed, and so
the Archdemon dies, but so is the Warden.
Meaning the Grey Warden who kills the Archdemon dies.
Yes.
Dies.
Without the Archdemon, the Blight ends. It is the only way.
So it's up to the three of us to kill this thing.
In Blight's past, when the time came, the eldest of the Grey Wardens would decide which
makes the most
amongst them
sense.
would take that final blow. If possible, the final blow should be mine to make. I am the eldest, and the taint will not spare me much longer. But if I fail, the deed falls on you. The Blight must be stopped now, or it will destroy all of Ferelden before the rest of the Grey Wardens can assemble. Remember that. But enough. There will be much to do tomorrow, and little enough time to rest before it. I will let you return to your rooms.
I will see you once the army is ready to march, then. I guess this ends soon. One way or another.
That it does, my friend. That it does.
So, I can either re-roll this now or re-roll it in a minute. I'm going to re-roll it now, and I'll explain the reason once it comes up. So there are technically 3 options, but I'm only doing 2, and I'll explain why in a bit. So, either we live, or Alistair dies. Technically, no matter what, I live, but let's find out. I made sure that it's possible for Alistair to die if he becomes king. Ooh, looks like we're gonna live. Okay, that's fine. I like that outcome. That's kind of the outcome I was hoping for, more than anything. So there we go. Alright. I'll explain why I only have the 2 in a minute, once it's explained how we all live.
Do not be alarmed. It is only
I already knew you were in here. Don't you have your own bedroom?
I decided that it was time we spoke.
I think we've spoken plenty already.
I have a plan, you see. A way out.
Alright, Dutch.
A loop in your hole.
Wait, my hole? Stay away from that. I don't swing that way.
Dies. I know a Grey Warden must be sacrificed.
Interesting, weird way my character might swing.
I have come to tell you that this does not need to be.
I have no intention of sacrificing myself.
And can you guarantee that another will survive the battle that is to come? That they will be there to take that blow? No, you cannot.
True.
So your choices are then to either flee as a coward.
Oh, I wasn't going to do that.
The possibility that you may die.
Bloody cough.
I offer another alternative. A ritual performed on the eve of battle in the dark of night.
They say eve of battle. We're 2 days away, so technically this wouldn't be the eve, but this is where we're going to do it. A way out? Tell me more.
What I propose is this. Convince Alistair to lay with me
here
tonight.
I'm going to be a cook queen.
From this ritual, a child shall be conceived within me. The child will bear the taint, and when the Archdemon is slain, its essence will seek the child like a beacon. At this early stage, the child can absorb that essence and not perish. The Archdemon is still destroyed with no Grey Warden dying in the process.
And why are you talking to Alistair about this?
Alistair despises me. You know this.
Yeah, of course we could influence
he
him.
Listens
We
to
were his.
reason, but
We
he
were his.
would listen to you.
I was about to say butt buddy,
You
but
of all people could influence him. Think about what I offer you. The chance to avoid death. Or better yet, the chance to slay the Archdemon and live as a hero. No Grey Warden has ever done this.
So I can explain
In return,
the problem now.
I conceive a child. One
and
who will
why
be born
I had
with
to
the
make
soul
sure
of an old god. After this is done, you allow me to walk away, and you do not follow. Ever. The child will be mine to raise as I wish.
So, explain. This game has some problems with its transferring data for the DLC. So I mentioned how there are 3 outcomes. Either no one dies because you do this ritual, Alistair or Loghain, if Loghain joins the Wardens, dies, or the protagonist dies. The way it works is Awakening is canon no matter what. The reality would be that a Warden Commander from... Sorry, well, okay, you become Warden Commander, but someone from Orlais is sent to become Warden Commander of Ferelden, if the character dies in the main story. But it doesn't carry over your data that way. If you try to import your Origins data for Awakening, like use your existing save data, even if your character's dead, they're just there as if they were alive. It's because it was just poorly implemented. There may be mods for the PC version that fix that make it that you can use your save data but play as the Warden, the Warden that's not from there. The canon is that if you died, that Warden comes along anyway, but you can't really play as them and have your data. You can go new game for Awakening and not import data and you play as that character, but it doesn't include any of your choices. So characters who are dead in this universe, for example, Wynne, would show up. So just to make things make sense, and because I want to do the Awakening DLC, it's important and adds some story, I basically put in a rule that I had to make sure my character survives, so I couldn't include the option for my character to die fighting the Archdemon, which is why the option was either Alistair died or we did the ritual. We rolled doing the ritual, which is what I wanted, because it's more fun. And, yeah. Alright, I agree, I'll do it.
A wise decision. I shall wait here then while you...
I wouldn't say that's our last decision we have to roll today.
I urge you to be convincing.
Because I'm going to be the one to kill it. I can still let Alistair do it, I think. Even once the ritual's done, but I'm just going to do it myself. Alright, Alistair, you're going to have sex with Morrigan, and I'm going to watch.
I see you can't sleep either. I also saw Morrigan outside your room earlier, and the look she gave me.
Just note that if you don't romance Alistair, this would end up being Alistair's first time. Alistair, we need to talk.
Oh. I guess whatever Morrigan had to say...
Technically he's also broken up with me, so...
This is what I get for becoming king. Everyone always brings you the bad news. So what is it then? Rats running amok? Cheese supplies run low?
Not the cheese! I love you. You know that, right?
I had wondered if that was still so after... Why are you telling me this? Why are you being so ominous?
What if I told you there was a way to avoid dying tomorrow?
You mean with the Archdemon, right?
Are we 2 days away from Ferelden?
Running away
From Denerim? How are we going to get there tomorrow?
You don't mean that, do you? What is this about?
You need to sleep with Morrigan as part of a magic ritual. Oh yeah, what? Strings untrue set for Morrigan.
Cute. This is payback, right, for all the jokes? But you're not joking. You're actually serious? Wow. Be killed by the Archdemon.
Hey, I know plenty of people who
want
to sleep with Morrigan.
There's Morrigan porn out there. Choice? You're not actually...
I'm absolutely arsonist.
Are you? What kind of ritual is this, anyway?
I won't lie to you. It will produce a child.
What?
No pulling out.
I must be hearing things, but are you telling me to impregnate Morrigan is some kind of magical sex rite?
Yes!
This child...
I am absolutely saying that. What a wild ending.
Does she want an heir to the throne?
No. All she said is that you will never see it.
Right until it marches up with an army to claim the throne, I'm sure.
I don't think she has any ambition like that.
Even if I was willing to entertain this idea, and I'm not saying...
Yes, I want you to do this. I don't want to die.
Are you sure?
You need to trust me.
I do trust you. If this is what you think is best, I'll do it. Oh, where is she? Let's go and get this over with.
Hey, I mean,
change my mind.
If you're lucky, you may only need like 3 minutes, and then they'll be over and done with.
'Twould seem your talk is done.
Great. So this isn't a dream after all.
What is it?
You don't even need to. I mean, in theory, you don't even need to. You just lie there like the dead fish, Alistair, and she can do all the fucking work. Alistair's agreed to your request.
Wait. I want to ask about this child. The one you want.
Interesting. Honesty wouldn't have been my first choice.
I just want to be sure that you're not going to use this against Ferelden. That this bastard child of mine isn't going to show up some year.
Of that, you have my word.
Oh, why don't I feel any better about this? Alright. Let's just get this over with.
Let us go somewhere more private, Alistair, and...
You're in my bedroom. That'll work. Okay, I'll just pull up the cock chair and sit there. What's that meant to mean? She knows some secret dark arts to... Oh, heavens, I forgot this now. Not that it's much of anything, it's exactly the same as most of the others, but... If you're male, she offers this with you. And if you've romanced her, she has no qualms offering it to you because of that, but yeah. Technically, if you're male, it's easier because you don't have to try and convince Alistair. Because if convincing Alistair requires him to both like you and also, you know, persuasion, which persuasion's easy. But yeah, he mainly just needs to like you. If he doesn't like you, you can't. But then you can just reload and then shove cake down his mouth and then try again. They should not have added the ability to use cake to make people like you.
We have gathered all the forces we can.
We got the humans, we got the dwarves, we got the werewolves, we got the Templars. Well, it's not just humans, but, you know, fancy humans. Actually, yeah. Are there non-human Templars? I don't think there are.
And so we must race to Denerim as quickly as we can.
Well, the werewolves are already close by and are quite fast. Dwarves are going to take their sweet time. They're very far away and they're stumpy.
We must not forsake them.
They'll take a bit of time. They're heavily armored and also have a bit of a distance.
Let us pray that it will be enough.
There's the Archdemon. Let's give him a name. He actually has a name. I believe it's Zesm. I can never remember.
Before us stands the might of the Darkspawn Horde. Gaze upon them now, but fear them not.
I don't know about you, but I'm shitting my trousers.
The woman you see beside me is a dwarf.
Hello, I'm tiny.
Of the Grey Wardens. This is not her
He picks me up, he uses me as a flashlight. What?
Still she fights with honor.
I don't know. Sometimes I need to really not open my mouth when I have a thought.
She has survived despite the odds, and without her, none of us would be here.
I just got cucked by him.
Today, we save Denerim. Today, we avenge the death of my brother, King Kaelan. But most of all, today, we show the Grey Wardens that we remember and honor their sacrifice. For Ferelden! For the Grey Wardens!
For Skyrim! Alright. Oh, that doesn't look good. I'm trying to think, did they even use weapons in Veilguard? I might not, because again, Veilguard is so shit. I don't remember. Baelgard would be dumb enough to have forgotten that. Oh yeah, Darkspawn used weapons. Again, the laws changed a bit over times, like Genlock's design was completely redone, and also Genlocks couldn't be emissaries, which, yeah, they're assuming they're dwarves originally, makes sense. But, yeah. I don't know why the fuck they're gonna have Genlocks, or... Oh, you know what, actually, I have a theory. No, that actually doesn't make sense. Never mind, my theory is wrong. Alright. Well, I hope you enjoyed the wheel. We're not going to see it for the rest of today. It's basically just a straight shot to the, well, not quite a straight shot. It's a journey to get there, but it's just... There's no real other choices we have to make. The only other choice is who gets the final blow, and it's me. Oh, also, the console is going to stutter, and there is a chance it might completely crash on me. It might freeze on me. Especially during the final battle. It loves to during the final battle with the Archdemon. This bit's annoying just because, again, I've got to run across the whole battlefield just to get to one enemy. And half the time it usually dies before I get there. Oh, we do have a new unique thing. Where is it? Oh no, we do not have him here? Okay. Stain. It's not there, no. Oh, I was gonna say, why is there a number 1 next to that? There is, but it's... Okay. Well, we can actually call on our allies. That we've built up. Also, I just realized we're actually not in the party right now because everyone's here. There's Dougal. I heard Liliana a few times because her voice. See what I mean? Like, I'm running towards an enemy and it dies before I get there because they die from anything. Like, I run, I didn't get hit somehow. There we go. So we're being ranged like during this final battle is really nice. It's, I do like, though, the way you feel powerful. By the way, this isn't all of this. We have other stuff to fix. Oh my god. Okay, I think that's all of them for now. Nope. Yep. Yes, okay. Nope. Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think we just have to... Never mind, I was going to say, I think we push forward. No. Is this Riordan? It is. Riordan! Boy, this battle can get very tough.
You've managed to fight your way to the gates. We're doing better than I hoped.
That's just the first step. Yeah.
Bloody nug runners are outnumbered 3 to 1.
The army will not last long.
3 to 1? That's generous. I'd say 10 to 1.
I suggest taking Alistair and no more than 2 others with you into the city.
40 to 1. I think we choose not to take Alistair. We don't have to take the other Grey Warden.
Entering Denerim on our tails.
Any suggestions? You're the senior leader.
We're going to need to reach a high point in the city. I'm thinking the top of Fort Draken might work.
The top of... You want to draw the dragon's attention?
Yeah.
We have little choice. So I warn you that as soon as we engage the beast, it will call all its generals.
Oh god, the final battle against the Archdemon is so bad. Like I said, I'm going to do the cheesy method, which you'll see.
Going to Fort Draken.
I am sure that if we did slay those generals...
Oh, I will be killing the generals, it will make my life easier.
From doing a lot of harm.
I think you have to kill at least
one.
They
also waste resources trying to find them.
No, maybe you don't have to. I'm still going to, because it's just so much better. I'm ready.
There are already several units of our allies within the city by now. They may be able to come to your assistance if you call them. but their strength will be limited. Now, who do you wish to take with you into the city?
We've got our dream team.
Yes.
Alistair, Stan, and Morrigan. We didn't even get to level 20, I guess because I didn't do every single side mission and everything, but still.
Fair enough. Anyone else will need to remain here and assist in keeping more Darkspawn from coming in the gates behind us. Who will lead them?
I am going to give it to Ogren. He's led men into battle before.
Fine. Let's just move into the blasted main event already.
What are you talking about? You're not coming with me.
That should be.
We'll be seeing a lot more of Ogren later.
Nothing you have done has prepared you for what you face now. May the Maker watch over you.
Well, this is it, Warden. When from the blood of battle the stone is fed, let the heroes prevail and the blighters lie dead. As one of the blighters, I sodding salute you. Let's show them our hearts, and then show them theirs.
I like that.
So the Archdemon is next, is it?
Aye.
Part of me is glad that it has decided to leave me here at the gate, but the other part is apprehensive. It's not that I'm worried about it perishing necessarily. Let's face it, I will be alive long after it has turned to dust anyhow.
Oh, thanks.
Still, things have been so much more interesting since it activated me. Shame to end that, really.
It's not really the end. I'll take that as good luck, I guess.
If it likes. Well then, I suppose this is it. Have fun storming the
my
castle.
finger. I slammed it into something really hard and fucking hurt. You be good, you hear? Get out of here, dog. I've never used the dog. One day I should.
Are you
well,
ready?
that would require me to go back through this game.
The enemy waits. Shall we grant him the death he asks?
No one else going to talk to me? Just those three? Okay. I'm ready. Are you?
This is my place. Whatever happens, I will not falter. We will take the field and stand together to see our enemy fall.
So this
Oh, here we go. I was going to say.
This is the end? We've come so far. It's strange knowing that all our fates will be decided in a matter of hours. I wish I could go with you.
I don't want you to. This isn't really your fight.
I'm not part of this world? Only Grey Wardens are allowed to fight for their survival?
Yes. You're
This is no
fucking
time for
useless.
such arguments. Be safe, friend.
Without your
And may the
special
Maker
DLC
smile
stuff, which I don't
fortune
have
on you.
because I lost all my data. Well,
So
I had to get
we
a
head
new
into
console.
the city together, as it should be.
Yes, I'll take the pregnant
Once
lady
this
with
is
me.
done, no matter how it turns out, I will be gone. You are aware of this, yes?
I'm aware.
Allow me to say only one thing before we go. I
That
knew
Alistair
nothing of
dick,
friendship
good.
before
I know,
we
I
met.
understand why he chose it. That's what she has to
And
say.
I will always consider you such. Live well, my friend.
Nah, we became friends with
Live
her. Ain't that
gloriously.
sweet?
Now, let us see this finally done.
Partly it was
The
because of the stupid
Archdemon
way you could just use the feast
awaits.
day gifts. It shouldn't have
Before
been
we
done
head after the Archdemon, I want to say something. I know Morrigan's... what she did is supposed to save us, but who knows if she can be trusted? Or if we'll even survive long enough to take that final...
Or if
blow.
she even got pregnant.
So I just
You know
wanted
it's
to
not always
It's
certain.
been an honor fighting by your side.
I feel the same way.
Let's find this Archdemon then, and kick its ass.
To battle! We're facing the wrong way!
Kill those godless bastards! We're counting on you, Warden!
I wouldn't count on me.
Make her watch over you!
Any? So, we actually can't go straight to Fort Drake. We do have to go to one of them. Go to the Market District. But I'll do both of them. It will make it a bit easier climbing up Fort Draken. Ogre. A lot of ogres. They're frozen. Oh, they're taking no damage though. Or maybe I could have hit him a bunch. Oh yeah, and now we have the army. It's gonna tell me how to do it. Oh, someone for this point. just so you can see how it works. So yeah, we've got 50 humans from Redcliffe. Soldiers of Redcliffe are hardy infantry troops, loyal Eamon. They're useful against armored targets, but have no ranged weapons of their own. We have 50 dwarves. The dwarves of Orzammar are battle-hardened infantry troops. They make for a strong defensive unit, but lack ranged weapons. The werewolves of the Bristolian Forest are lethal offensive attackers, but are weak defensively. And Templars. Templars are an elite force of all-rounded fighters. Since they are capable of disrupting magic, they excel against spellcasters. For right now, I'm actually going to summon the werewolves against these orcs. Here they are. And you can summon them as many times as you want after each sort of section. It's just that they, when they die, like when one of the werewolves dies, you'll see the count go down from 16 to 15, etc. They don't replenish. They come in handy. They're definitely useful, so they're good to use. There'll be a few times you'll see one of them's died. There you go. The only one you always have is the Redcliffe soldiers, but it differs depending on who you have. If you help the mages, you have mages instead of Templars. If you help Bronca, you get golems instead of dwarves. If you have the elves, you have elves instead of pocket sand, and it never fails. And we leveled up. We will probably hit level 20 before the end of the story. And we already are level 20, there we go. So we are on our level cap. There is another level cap in the DLC. I could put it into cunning, or I could just go straight into my cunning. You know, I'll bring my cunning up to 40, and that should be the max I need, and then for the rest I could just put it all in constitution, starting in the other one. Oh god, nothing good here. Guess dual striking, which I'll never use. I am going to be doing a lot of saves, because, like I said, this final battle, a little janky on the PS3. It likes to freeze. So wherever I can save it, I'm going to do it just so that if it does, I don't have to read away a whole bunch of fight. Kill. Oh, here's one of the generals. Come on, pocket sand. Never fails, except when it does. It's fine. These werewolves are drawn there. Just keep in these backstabbs instead. Kick to the nuts! It never works. I don't know why. Plus 3 werewolves so far. General's dead. Werewolves dead. There we go. 4 of those, which is not bad. Grandmaster Flame Room, Axe of the Vashoth, and Corruption. Why not? And my Useful, I don't care.
Alright.
Oh, there's another one that spawned. Emissary. God damn it. I thought my also would start at the same time. Oh, and once you've got soldiers out, you can't swap them for anyone else. Like, I can't pull up the menu now and then try and call someone else out. You can't even, like, call them off. They stay till you leave the area, or they die out. Alright, who's left? Another ogre. This is where I mean about some weird jankiness to it. Like, we've killed the general, but the enemies are still going to keep spawning until it officially decides, yeah, this section's done. I don't think it'll even let me leave, and in fact, I think even the I think if I look at this, it'll still say like, no, okay, one of the generals is dead. Okay, it has picked up the general's dead. So I'm gonna go to alienage. Alright. Oh yeah, we get it straight to the Palace District, but we don't. We'll go to alienage. It's interesting that you only need to take out one general. I don't know why they don't just make you do both. The way they talk about it, it almost sounds like you could do none of them, but Now, I don't quite remember the enemies we have here, but I think the Templars will actually come in handy for the alienage. What are you elves doing here? Oh, it's Shiani.
It's you. The Maker sure gave you the gift of good timing, didn't he? There's a large group of Darkspawn approaching and the gates won't hold. We need your help.
I need you to fight with me.
Fight? But we have no armor and only simple weapons.
I don't care! Everyone must do their job. This is your home. Protect your families.
The stranger is right. We have to
I don't care if they die. It slows down the enemy.
If we can hold them back, it'll give others a chance to escape. Tell us what to do, and we'll fight for as long as we can.
Stay back, defend your homes. Now defend the gate, keep them from getting through.
You heard what the lady said. Come on.
Pepper them with arrows from a distance.
They're upon us!
What do you mean they're upon us? Where are they? Here they are. Now, annoyingly, I think I literally have to wait for them to break through the gate. Is it possible for me to put Morrigan up there? And actually, this actually would be a better spot for her.
So be it.
Yeah, can you just stay up here?
I see.
Come on, no, for God's sakes, can you not really... There we go. Okay, turn off the fucking activated thing, wherever it is. And... Templars. Just not stun you, goddammit, that was pointless. Stab it. This battle's not, it's a bit, like the whole thing, it's a lot of just this jump. Let's just get in there. I know it's an emissary this way, unless I'm Templar, me a bit myself. That's Templar magic. Hello? Pocket sand him. Look at that, never fails. Okay. Oh, whoa, what happened there? Goodness. Die. What are you hitting me with? Mind Blast? Why can't I get near you? There we go. Come on, one more hit. There we go, we got the kill. What you do to deserve this? I don't know. Nothing. Oh, I can tell you what you did. Your ancestors once watched the city get destroyed and did nothing, and then the humans are like, oh, fuck the elves, and then decided to massacre their home. That's literally why the elves have done it. I never said it was a nice thing, it's just what happened, it's just the law. It's the law reason why it is. And like most, like, real life, like, you know, it's shitty. Okay. Now can we just potentially leave? Now we have to defend the alien still. Okay. But we have killed the other general. You're already 3 Templars down. No head. Shoot the fucking thing, elves! Again, defend your homes. Pocket sand. Draw his aggro, Templar. Keep him from looking at me, so I keep backstabbing him. I have been hit by your pride. Okay. Is that everyone? Yep. Okay, we need to talk to Shiani. General. That's nice. And the rest I don't care about. Thanks. Maybe walk all the way back here just to talk to Shiani.
We did it! I didn't think it was possible.
Yeah, I know, I'm so great.
You've given us a chance to get to safety. We will never be able to thank you enough. Please.
Give me medicine.
Take this. I pray it helps you in your coming battles.
Healing poultices.
We have to go.
Just give me a bunch of those, like 20.
You.
I don't even know what she gave me, and I don't care enough to check. What way am I meant to go? Behind me. Okay, this way. Alright, we're down, I think, 4 of each for, well, not 4 of each, but 4 Templars, 4 werewolves, which isn't terrible. We're gonna lose a bunch. Trust me, you'll see, we'll lose a lot of forces. And I really need to be careful, because once we get to the rooftop, if we're not careful, if I summon people, there can be so much stuff on the screen. That's part of what fucks up the PS3. It's just all the particles and other shit. And no going back now. He did that on purpose. He was just like, I'm gonna like wait for them to cross the bridge and then just burn it. Do a little bit of trolling. Alright, to the Palace District. Oh boy, no, part I'm not a big fan of, just it's kind of dull. We're now going to go back to the other party and defend the front gates again a bit. Yep, here we are. Hold the gates!
Beware! A large group of Darkspawn have broken away from the battle. They're charging this way. They'll be here any minute.
I think you have a moment where you can change your party up. Actually, I don't think so. This is all we have left, never mind. Because yeah, Zevran's dead. But we can also call some of our forces. Time for the humans. You know what? No, we've got Ogren. I mean, I'm also a dwarf. I'm calling the dwarves for this. Ogre Alpha. God, none of your quick actions are going to be anything, because I don't know what's good and what's not. Sustained. No, sustained. You're going to want Berserk. Berserker! And, Powerful Swings. We can only do one more time, I think. Oh no, we did both. Nice. Sweep. Get some. Oh no, that was a. What was that one? That was something. Hello? Around, damn it. Summon a weapon, which would do next to nothing, because he doesn't have a weapon, whatever. Hit him! Ogren! It's about to die anyway. I was going to say this needs meeting a final blow, which it shouldn't. I don't think I need to worry about healing Ogren. As a range character, it's really fun. You can just stand up just through the gate and just kill the shooter as they get close. Which is nice, because you can't walk through it. I think this is as far as we can get. Oh, we can actually walk into there. I think I could.
Yep.
Oh. Where's my two-handed sweep? Kill them all. Yeah, look at that. Hit the alpha. What about the Omega? It's not true. It's not true. For safety, I'll use a lesser health. How much health he's got. It's really fun down again. Playing a different character. Trying to swap like tactics. And midway through at this point is a little like, oh my god, how do I play a two-handed character again? Hit him while he's down! Oh fuck. It just draws enemies to you. Sorry. hear Ogren burp, because every time you select with him, it's what I think he does, but the Pathfinding's having trouble. There's so much stuff happening. I think that's everything. No, for God's sakes. See what I mean? It's under armor. Now, is that everyone? Yep, that's everyone, okay. By the way, if you're wondering, we're just doing the final battle. I won't start Awakening today. Final battle is long enough, and also, like...
Shall I send word that the gates are secured?
I don't particularly want to. Yes, send word, we have won.
Right away.
I feel like that's something that Ogren would say. Yeah, we won. I can't burp. I can barely burp naturally. I definitely can't burp on command. That's the closest. That's me imitating one. Did Dan Castellaneta actually burp when he would do Homer's burp, or was he making an approximation of a burp? I actually don't know. There's Riordan. Nice. He's gonna kill it, and that'll end the fight. It's like, Shadow of the Colossus. I wasn't into Shadow of the Colossus. I played it. It was, I'd say, impressive at the time, but for me, I wasn't fast. You got this, Riordan. End the fight for me right now. Nope, there he goes. Bye. That's not hurt if you think about a cut through the membrane of a wing. I mean, maybe not as bad as other things, but it would still hurt. I'd imagine it'd be similar to like if you cut through the webbing on your fingers or toes. Actually, I'd say more so the one here, because this is probably the largest one you've really got. Okay, so I've died a few times at this battle, because there's a lot of shit that shows up, and we get a load of really tough shrieks. And ogres, but the shrieks are the worst. We've got such a hard chance to hit. I'm gonna bring in the Red Cliff Soldiers. I mean, we didn't lose a single dwarf there. I'm kind of surprised by that. We lost more tempo arms, considering how heavy the armor they are. There's less. Holy crap! I'm already dead.
I am ready. What?
What's it like this? Oh, wait, why is Shell's work there? Oh, it's giving me everyone's stuff. Come back. It's like I never left. Got everything now because of that last bit. It's kind of annoying.
Nice try.
Do you need help? Stern, you're going to heal up.
It is done.
Don't use fucking Mark for death right now. I look away from my character for a second and you activate dueling, you use Mark for death. Can't leave you alone for a moment. Hey, Herlock, you're gonna die in nothing. Just really irritate me. I'm being slow. Hang on a second. Maybe I want tissue or something. So about that, my nose is just a bit runny from the cold. Winter, am I right? I love winter. I'm definitely more of a winter person. But it is the only problem with it is the getting slightly sick. Just top me up. It's Alpha. Alistair! Don't fucking do anything? You know what? Mark of Death, that's fine. I don't know why you would do it to the Alpha. Whatever. Oh my god, what are you doing?
Yes?
He's standing okay. I don't know where he's standing, that's the only downside. He started trying to heal himself, but then he did a different attack for some reason. He cancelled his own heal. Okay, where was he? If I can see his body. Let's see. Different thing. His body is. I think he's up here. There he is. No. There he is. Oh, you're out of mana. Oop, sneeze. On mute. Revive. Is that one? And he's back. Oh! This is a great one. We have so many of those. You need to get out of there.
I see.
These streaks I was talking about showing up.
So be it.
Back to me. Turn off that fucking dueling spell. Okay, I need to get down here. Protect. I was about to call Leliana Morrigan. This kind of series because dead. So here, what are you? Just a grunt killer. Oh, I just remembered, because I'm an idiot. I think it's under options? Also, yes, I turned it down to make it easier, because I didn't care. That was a while back. It was mainly when I was dealing with the crap in the tower when I was on my own. So I was having trouble, and I don't care about the game. I like it, but I'm also not here to have, like, a bad time. I'm here to have fun. Okay. But there is a way, I think it's under the tactics menu, you can set it so that when you use quick heal, it uses the lowest level potions instead of using the one that it starts to set you, which is most relevant, which is why a few times I was using greater health poultices when it didn't need to. The lesser ones would be fine, because it's just a bit, it doesn't work too great. Save. Don't worry, nothing happened, I just blowed my nose. As I was doing that, I was like, yeah, I'll just jump to that menu. Alright, how do we get in here again? Do we have to walk around? I think we do. I think there's even more enemies that show up because my life sucks. Yes, this is the ogres that really ruined my day, I think.
Trap. So simple to see, really.
An emissary. I feel the mark of death. As I can. Body crushing prison. Are you concerned with the boss? No, you're just there. death. Do you want to do it? Pocket sand. Never fails. And here come the shrieks. Yeah, unlike the Hurlops at this point, like, they don't die in one hit. They're just, they are tankier than you expect. Bees. You can finally eat bees. I don't know why I like that bit. I hate to show it, but that this is good news. You can finally be bees. I like it. I saw a hilarious image of bees in Dragon Ball for white people, and it made me laugh. The difference is, I fucking hate Invincible. I never got into it when I was young, like the comic. I tried watching the show. I watched its first season. I was like, yeah, whatever. And then I watched a bit of the second season. Like, man, this sucks. Even more so. Like, the first season wasn't enjoyable. It's not that I don't want to like things. It's not that I purposely don't like things in comic. It's merely coincidence. Come on. Yep. To Fort Draken. So if we get arrested, we actually would have seen Fort Draken already. You have to break yourself out of here. But we didn't get arrested. They can handle that. Oh, we got a dragon throw. Let's call in the dwarves. Let's see if any of them died this time. Quite a few of the Red Cliff soldiers died. They are pretty weak. They don't really have much in the way of like strong or anything. They're just sort of like big numbers. Yep, we're already in dwarves down. Tougher enemies here than they have the front gate. Holy diver! Hell's fight. Do the right thing. You and then back to me. Everyone drink. For fuck's sake!
It shall be as you say.
Yeah, it happened again. I don't know why. It literally, I can only assume it's because there's so much shit going on, the game's getting confused by itself. Okay, where was he? There he is. I'm down to. I'm back.
No. Okay, good.
It is done.
Point me.
Get up. Percent never fails. I'm getting hurt bad. I'm dead again. Thankfully, I don't think there's any cooldown for using this either. Nope. I don't care if it's overpowered.
I am ready. Let's finish this.
Yes.
Come on. Kick to the dick. Okay, the emissary's down. Sand him. They're all out of normal health poultices, so now they're gonna just try and I'm gonna have to like manually heal them whenever I see them. And I hope they actually do. Sometimes I don't know why. I'm selecting them to do so and they're not.
Direct me.
Alpha's about to die. I got the kill. It's 10 dwarves, but that's fine. There we go. Oh, no. Alpha. It's got no head. That's weird. That's a weird bug. You can see its eyes. Okay. Anyone else need a injury kit? Nope. Okay. Oh my goodness. I don't know if it's possible to just like run through the gate at this point. It might be. I'm gonna try now after this run dies. But I don't think yet we can. No, because we're in combat. Now we can. Okay. Oh boy. That's just the entrance to the fort. There's 4 floors to it. There's a lot of dead darkspawn. It's a lot of dead darkspawn. Shades? Fuck. Oh. Actually, perfect. Can I not? What? Oh, I can't call my allies in here. Oh, that's not good. Okay. I was really hoping for the Templars here. They would make a big difference against Gemma, Conjurer, and Shades. Bees. By the way, the bees aren't helping me. The bees are actually hurting me. They're the government. My friend DJ, one of my friends, well, yeah, my friend DJ, one of his favorite jokes for so long, the bees are the government. He kept quoting it, I didn't know what it was from, it annoyed the fuck out of me. Because he wouldn't say. Stun you so you don't disappear. So we kill him before he teleports again. I thought he was just here. Alistair, don't attack him or anything. Okay. Fucking dueling equipped!
We're on our way.
Okay. Save. Mute so I can cough. And we push on.
Trap. So simple to see, really.
Shape changer. Oh. Okay, where'd all that fire come from? Oh, not these shambled corpses again. I don't want to deal with these. They're like the fire ones that we dealt with inside the Faith. I don't want to deal with that. That sucked. Interrupted every spell this guy's trying to do. Eat shit, nerd. Killed your own guy. Thanks. Get in there! Oh, you know what? I think Morgan's about to kill again. Bunch of dead hounds. Don't remember the way, so one benefit of when you come here, when you're arrested, we can't go that way, is you do have the map of this place defogged then. A lot of it at least, because you've already been here. So, money. Great, thanks. I mean, it's kind of... Oh, good corpse score. I need that for that quest that I did. Pretty sure I did. Thanks. I need that money. No, nothing.
It's done.
Also, let's check. I'm gonna check the calendar based on stuff to see whether I'll start FF9 tomorrow or whether I just continue this to try and get it done before Death Stranding 2. I think again it might take 4 more streams to finish up the 2 DLC. The third one's super short. Sorry, the second one's super short. Witch Hunt is like no time at all. Witch Hunt will be like, you know, an hour and a half at most. But Awakening is, however, the size of a small game. Sandal!
Enchantment?
It's surrounded by darkspawn corpses. What happened here?
Enchantment!
Yep. Thanks.
Enchantment?
Now, do you have, by chance, any healing potions? Thank the Lord. I want to die. Nope. Boy, it'd be great if you had more of those. Alright, bye Sandal. To the second floor. I could have sworn he was right before you reached the top. And I could have sworn there's like 4 floors to this place. Maybe he's that early and I just don't remember. Which is probably the case. It's been a few years since I last played this anyway. What an odd way to play. Like, what a weird open concept design for sleeping here. I know it's a fort, but turned into a jail. There's my cat meowing. I'll be right back. He probably wants to go out at this time. Yep, he's outside. I saw the time. He really likes it. He goes out at this time. He goes out in the morning, comes back a few times, will have his breakfast, and then, like, you know, wander around for a bit. And then he comes back, stays in for a few hours, and always at this time he'll go out, and he'll sort of, like, he'll come back one time for his food, and then he'll go back out until it's time for him to stay inside, and he comes back. It's very funny. I'm actually going to save here. I think it auto-saved when we walked up to the second floor, but just in case.
I sense some darkspawn.
What a surprise! It's almost like it's the only fucking thing in this place. I did find it very interesting, because I just came before Mass Effect, but it reminds me of it in the way that both of those games, you sort of like have the one enemy you fight the most of. In Mass Effect 1, it's Geth, in this it's Darkspawn. Like, you have other enemies as well, of course, but primarily they're like the main threat in both those games. That goes down. We don't want to go down, we need to go up. Down isn't up. Alright? We're not fucking drifting. We don't go right to go left. We don't go down to go up. waste my resources, so don't waste time. I say as if like I have other stuff. Did they take no damage there? I think they just did slightly. That's the other reason. Just some of the how janky some of it is. I just don't really. Not surely because yeah, it just. Great. Alright, these guns will take a few minutes now. Lovely! Those. That was Alistair. Not fighting. I have a feeling this was not the right way. Nope. Great! I don't think that would be. That's the main floor. Actually, no, maybe it would be. Yeah, you know what? That actually looks like it is.
Don't look now.
Oh, oops. Somehow designed these traps. Master Assassin, you ain't no Ezio, / Altair, / Connor, / Edward, / Arnold for some reason, / Master Assassin. Did Jacob and Evie become Master Assassins? No, I don't remember. Wow. Get rid of that. That was funny. It should just be health boosters at this point. I guess with deep mushrooms and that you can use them to make items, but come on, just keep giving me stuff to heal. How's the state of play going? Is that still going, or is it probably ended at this point? I don't care, I'll just get the highlights after. The highlights being, I'll see what's been announced. There's a new Marvel fighting game, and I'm like, I don't care. Fighting games. Oh, and there's a Mortal Kombat thing, a bunch of old Mortal Kombats released together in a big collection. Those are the only two things I know, and neither of which I care about. Oh, and something by Capcom. I don't remember the name. But yeah, it's like, you know, I don't watch any of those things. I think the highlights afterwards. It's only because well, I mean, it was 40 minutes, I think. So it's not the longest in the world, but I'm also like, you know, they're never at a time when I'm awake usually, because I'm on the arse end of the universe. Also, didn't Deltarune come out today for the people who care about that? Which is not me, because I don't even like Undertale. Yeah, that's right, I don't. Don't ask why, I just never care for it. Oh, we're already there. Okay. I thought it was 4 floors. I guess it's just the main floor, 2nd floor, and then the roof. Huh. I could have sworn there was 4 floors. Just follow me. Let's do this. It's time to die. It's time for cheese is what it is. I really hope you enjoy the taste of cheddar. Perhaps even some brie. Or camembert. Cheese. The green fields in the way. Oh, Wilhelm scream. I know it's an inside joke, but it's not even really an inside joke in cinema because everyone knows it, and it's also one where, like, I think a lot of people, like, over it. I'd say, the Aristocrats is more of an inside joke. I don't know what the Aristocrats is. It's a, it's something of a, let's start with the werewolves. But the Aristocrats is sort of a, it's a rite of passage thing for comedians where you have to say just a horribly offensive joke about a family of like a travel of a performance, and the final line of it is, you know, they're basically presenting their show to someone. The final line is them going, the guy's like, "That's amazing. What do you call them?" Like, the Aristocrats. It's a whole thing. there's a pretty well-known one that Gilbert Godfrey did on stage. It's kind of a rite of passage in that you're basically not going to. It's just meant to be offensive and sound. But you know, it's a whole thing. But yeah, like I said, that's so much more of an inside joke because I don't know how many people actually know about it. I don't even need to see himself who it was. He stopped. Now he's
on it.
For me. Ow. Pocket sand. It's never going to be trying. By the way, we're not at the cheese yet. I think we're about to be at the cheese. Well, actually, the first part of it isn't cheese. The cheese comes later. No, we're not at cheese yet. Someone else showing up? Yeah, they are. Oh, substantially here. I fell down. Second phase. It's nearly there. I think it's the first quarter. Morgan, where even are you? Oh, you're right there. No. Which was like super far away. Oh, okay. Maybe it's not the first quarter. Maybe it's the first half, and then. Once it's down to its last quarter, then you have to bring it down to its last quarter, and then it for the second phase is half of the first last quarter. Let me rephrase that. First phase, half health. Second phase, third quarter. Third phase, fourth quarter. Okay. Let's remember. We're about to lose the werewolves, which is fine.
Orders.
Mark of Deathing.
Yes?
Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Right.
Good yourself. Where is the Archdemon? Because this is where things get harder. Fighting the Archdemon? Yeah, doable. Everything else, however, less doable. Also, it's now out of range. So we have to use the ballistas. Actually, don't I have to be careful about these. Now you're about to see cheese of the highest degree. It's called you press X. Right. Now you have to do this for the second phase. You can actually go and even the dead press that, I should say.
I am ready.
Don't use death magic. Heal yourself.
Where do I go?
Yeah, for the second phase you have to do this. He's out of range. Unless you're a ranged attacker. Also, when I had to get the 1,000 kills I needed, this was where I did it. It was during here because the darkspawn was spawned endlessly. So attack the fucking thing. It's probably getting close to stuff up your timing. Second health. There you go. Look at it now. There we go, okay. That's the second phase. And now the cheese for this, let's try it naturally. The cheese is you just keep using the, what do you call it? You just keep using the ballista. Even when he's in here, you can use it. Let's try this naturally. The only thing you do have to do is you have to get the final blow. He'll basically get down to 0 health until you go in and hit him. And he'll just stick at 0 health. But I think we should actually be okay. We're quite strong, and especially with my backstabs. And if I can also mark death him, if it's possible. Oh, for fuck's sake, let me! Oh. Stop. Up. We need to do the cheese. We're fine. There doesn't feel like there's as many darkspawn showing up, which is weird. Normally there's so many they just make it worse, especially the shrieks. The shrieks are what really good. They just spawn endlessly. I don't know. I think they stopped spawning for some reason. I don't know why. I ain't gonna complain. Yep. We got it. Didn't even need to do cheese. Normally I do the cheese because the darkspawn will be distracted by all the other characters and won't come to you. So you can just keep using the ballista. Yeah, we got one gun now for that shot. That's really weird. Okay. Wow, okay. That was remarkably easy. And now to kill him. I could potentially start awakening. I don't think I will, only because there's some other stuff I can do. Let me also check the calendar. I think it's 24th is... So there's next week, the week after, and it's the week after that. So... There's about 2 weeks. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll be fine if we go start today. Just because I don't entirely want to. Not that it's bad, I don't mean it that way, it's just that I just wanted this live stream to be the fun about it. I don't know. It's long. It's just I wasn't planning to start it. I honestly expected this final battle to take longer. I couldn't remember how long it was. I thought 3 hours at least. I did not expect to be done before 2 hours. We still got the epilogue. The epilogue, however, won't be too long.
And then it was over.
We'll see.
With the archdemon dead, the darkspawn horde quickly crumbled. Most fled back into the deep roads. They would remain a threat in the years to come. But the blight had been ended before it had truly begun. Ferelden had been saved, and the entire kingdom rose up to joyously greet its new king.
Hooray! Long live the king.
Grey Warden stood redeemed, and a new age had begun.
Doubly redeemed.
But at what cost?
Great question. What was the cost? It wasn't that bad, was it?
My friends, we are gathered to celebrate those responsible for our victory.
You were there. Oh, it's my sister with me, I think.
Against the Darkspawn siege of Denerim, there is one in particular who deserves.
Why is Liliana the only one wearing fancy clothes? Oh, I think everyone's wearing their generic outfits. Well, actually, no, Liliana isn't, because she was her generic outfit with beach chantry robes.
An inspiration to all she saved that day. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the hero of Ferelden, the first Grey Warden to defeat the Blight since Garahel 4 centuries ago.
And the first and only to survive. That's why I'm special.
My friend, it is hard to imagine how you could have aided Ferelden more. I think it only appropriate that I return the favor.
Oh.
Is there any boon that you might request of Ferelden's king?
More cock.
If it is within my power, I will grant it.
I only ask that my people be aided. You know what? The sacrifice of the Warden should not be forgotten again.
Now that's a very good point. I think we can begin with a monument here in Denerim, dedicated to the Grey Wardens who have fallen. Duncan, Riordan, all of them. And it is high time some scholars were collected to learn more about the Darkspawn.
That would be the smartest thing to do. Why hasn't that been done before?
With the dwarves as well as him.
The Grey Wardens have a lot of information about them. It's just secret.
Let it also be known that the Arling of Amaranthine, once the land of Arl Howe, is now
and that's where Awakening
Wardens.
takes place, in the
There they can
Amaranthine.
rebuild, following the example of those who went before them. What are your plans? Will you remain with the Grey Wardens?
The Darkspawn is still a threat to the Grey Wardens need.
That they do. I'm glad one of us is staying.
Yeah, you have no choice. It'd be cool for the DLC if, like, Alistair remained with them and lived. He could be the one who becomes, or if you died and he lived, he becomes the
you make at least a brief appearance before they
the one who
storm
becomes
the
the Warden Commander of Ferelden.
Just tell the guard at the door when you're ready.
Alright. Let's save. I believe it also makes a manual save, an auto save after, which is the one I have to load when I start Awakening. But now we can talk to everyone.
So, we made it. I'm impressed, aren't you?
Yeah, all you had to do was impregnate him.
Against one of us actually getting to the Archdemon. But of course you would make it. I knew you would.
You were there.
I guess Morrigan was telling the truth
were
after
there.
all. About the ritual.
Yeah, she's
The
left
rest of
already,
the
I
Grey
think.
Wardens haven't arrived yet for Morlaix. But they've already sent questions.
Yeah, how the fuck did one of you survive? I don't care what you told them.
That a Maleficar saved you and then ran off to have my demon baby? That has a certain ring to it, right? No, I suppose I'll just keep that to myself. I can shrug and look stupid. It's a talent. Speaking of Morrigan, do you know where she went?
Nope.
I'm told she vanished.
She just said
right
she's
after
leaving.
the battle. No goodbyes or anything.
I don't know. I'm not sure I want to.
I'm just concerned about what that ritual is going to cost eventually.
Well, in 9 months' time, she'll have a kid.
I can see Arleman giving me that look. More king stuff, I suppose. I can never wait.
Fun fact, she can
If I don't
have
get
the
the
Warden's
chance
child
another time.
that isn't possessed by a demon. If you romance her and you don't do the ritual, she can just have your natural. She'll just have your natural child, but you die. I'm just sad we had to end things like we did.
So am I.
That's fine. I can just be your royal mistress.
I'll let you get to your adoring public.
I just show up every
They
once in a
want to see
while
the
and
hero
you
of
take me from behind.
Ferelden. Who am I to keep them waiting?
Yeah, makes it easier to refer to the character now. The hero of Ferelden is just sort of what they're known as going forward in these games. Who's around I can talk to? He's Eamon.
It is over. I can barely believe it. You stopped the civil war and then defeated the plague.
I'm just built different.
On behalf of Ferelden, allow me to say thank you. It truly cannot be said enough.
You're welcome.
It's too bad that you aren't remaining here in the capital.
No, I've got to go to
The
Amaranth.
hero of Ferelden would have influence, but I understand. Myself, I will be remaining here to help Alistair. Tegan will take over.
You mean Tegan?
At least for the time being. Connor seems well enough, and Isolde refuses to speak of what happened.
Connor's
She says
dead.
She never wants to go back. I cannot thank you enough for saving them.
I think it's a little confused. Like I said, the game isn't perfect. It gets confused at times.
Strange about the lad. He seems quiet.
Okay, I think the reason it's confused is because we said we were going to go into the tower to help him, but then the mages died, so we had to kill him. So I think that's why it's confused. That's hardly strange.
The way he looks at me at times, it's as if...
Yeah, so that's what I think has happened.
It is my
there.
imagination. But here I am rambling on. I shall let you get back to your celebration, Warden. Enjoy.
Because Connor died. But we know Connor died. We saw it happen. Yeah, the game just got a bit confused with it. Rika, my sister.
A Grey Warden, and now a hero too? A bit different from the slums, huh?
I mean, you're one of the concubines of the king. Aren't you married to a king?
Ha! I'm his concubine. But it's a comfortable position anyhow. I'll give you that. Mother swore off drinking when she heard about what you did. She's been sober ever since. And as ill as a fell cat in water.
Well, yeah, she'd be horribly jonesing after that. I mean, she'd be, you know.
Can you imagine? Me? Apparently miracles abound these days. They want me to tell you that you're free to return to Orzammar.
Well, I already had been back there.
They made you a full citizen. Technically, you're warrior caste.
Oh wow, that's cool. Can they do that?
I don't know.
I mean, they can do what they want. They just make up the rules as they go along with the
risen up too. She's been lording it over all her friends, calling them lowly peasants.
Yeah, well, you know. Well,
I hear they're considering making you a paragon, statue and everything. Not bad, sister. Not bad at all. Anyhow, I intend to get back to sampling this human wine. I'd like to forget that there's a giant sky up there. How they live up here, I'll never know.
It ain't bad. You get used to it. Just also over in Liliana.
So here we are. The conquering heroine has won the day, and now she takes her bow and exits the stage. A fine ending.
I'm not going anywhere.
But I may be, I'm afraid.
That's fine by me.
You know, I can't help now but think of my vision. The Maker sent me to help you, and look what you did. It's a miracle. It truly is.
Didn't you hear the guy at the
by the Chantry to return
at the ashes? You made it up.
Ashes. I need to make sure it's protected. Maybe pilgrims can even begin going there again.
Alright, congratulations. Sounds like fun.
I expect to leave a month from now with a small army of Templars and priests. It will be
oh, priests are going to be the real help there.
Own. I'm looking forward to it.
You could handle yourself. Also, it's empty. We killed everything.
To the celebration. We can speak another time.
Alright, anyone else around? There's even... What the hell is this guy? What kind of a hat is that? Oh, he's a random mage. The mages had some weird in this game. I don't remember how they look in 2. Here's Ogren. Where's our dog?
Humans have a better taste for spirits than I thought. The ale up here is
this Shale might not actually be here because
ale tastes like dirt in comparison. Probably because they put dirt in it. Go figure.
Does that mean you're staying here?
For now. They may have already branded me a surfacer back home anyhow. Well, that pot-bellied son of a whore Tegan said I'd pass out before drinking an entire barrel of pickle juice. I aim to prove him wrong.
Damn. I will see you around then.
Very likely. Though if I'm passed out drunk, I may not see you. It's been good traveling with you, Warden. Don't get lost in the shuffle now.
Someone up on the balconies, are there? There are, but I don't think they're anyone we can talk to. No. Liliana, Rika, Al-Eamon. There's Sten, there's Ogren. Yeah, it looks like there's no Shale. Okay. And of course Morrigan's already left. So yeah, it looks like they just didn't put Shale into this section. I guess she would be very large. The dog's not here either, but then again, what's the dog gonna say? Let me... Is there stairs over here I can use to walk up there? No. Okay, so I can't get onto the balcony. There's rooms off to the side, I thought maybe... Is that door real? No. How about that door? Oh, no, there's the dog. The dog is there. He's with Sten. He's in front of a different dog.
It is good to see you again, Kadan. These people, they call you hero. It is a strange word.
It's because I saved the country and the world.
The Arishok on occasion has declared a Kunari to be Kunoranvel, one who serves as an example to others.
I'd say that's close enough.
Examples are always made after their death, however, a death in service to the Kyun. A living Kunoranvel would be too proud.
Do Kunari celebrate and put on parades?
When a Kunoranvel is declared, certainly. It is one of few occasions when the Kunari are permitted to engage in revelry. There is imbibing of spirits, public chanting, meditations abandoned. It is madness.
Sounds like hell. Don't you ever smile?
I am smiling. I suppose I should tell you. I have decided to return to my people. Your quest is done.
thus so is my reason for accompanying you.
I'll be a long trip home.
Yes. It will be difficult to travel alone, after so much time spent with companions. It must be said, you found my sword and gave me a chance to restore my honor. I owe you a great debt.
Yeah, you can see him smiling there, definitely. If you say so.
I do. Perhaps I shall see you again one day. Until then, maybe...
You know, it would have been great if we'd seen Sten and Veilguard. Would have made sense as well, but fucking Veilguard! Of course we didn't. Alright, I believe that is... yeah, that's everyone. Time to leave.
Are you ready, my lady? The crowds outside are getting restless.
Restless? What am I supposed to do?
Just put in an appearance, so I understand it. The people just
want
go
to see hello, smile and wave. Cute and cuddly, boys. Cute and cuddly.
Full brigade, their armor all shined up and everything. They're really honored to be guarding you, and let me tell you.
Let's go.
Right. I'll take you there now.
I don't remember if this dialogue, if the epilogue is spoken. It isn't. In the months that followed his coronation, Alistair proved to be a popular king, if largely unwilling to involve himself in matters of governing. He travelled often, making appearances in towns throughout Ferelden to the great delight of the commoners. They referred to him as a king with a common touch, even if a few knew it was a simple aversion to life at court. Rumours that the urn of sacred ashes had been found, and that it was used to heal Al Eamon of his poisoning, circulated in Ferelden in the months following the Darkspawn defeat. Slowly, at first, and then with growing frequency, as the Grand Cleric failed to deny them. Some years later, the Chantry announced that the resting place of Andraste's ashes had indeed been found. A ripple of excitement spread among the pious people of Thedas, with many undertaking pilgrimages to see the ashes or partake of their healing powers. Following months of grim effort, the Templars cleared the last remaining spirits from the Circle Tower, making it safe to rebuild a home for Ferelden's Circle of Magi. Rumours of what happened increased the common folk's distrust of mages, and more than one young apprentice claimed to encounter mages, though long dead still wandering in the Fade. Once the tower was rebuilt, Knight Commander Gregor stepped down from his post and retired to a life of private contemplation as a brother in the Chantry. His health failed over time, and after refusing treatment, he perished in his sleep. Knight Commander Cullen was said to be more strict and less trusting of the mages, even than Gregor was. He ruled the circle with fear. With the slavers shut down in the alienage, the lot of the city-born elves improved for a time. The new king even named the local elder to his personal court, a scandal amongst the humans, but a sign of new hope to the elves. Gianni continued to be an outspoken member of the alienage community, and in time became the new elder. That outspokenness earned her frequent trouble, but served her people well. Al Eamon eventually returned to Redcliffe, beginning the long task of rebuilding. The village was a ruin, however, and rumours that it was haunted kept people from returning in numbers. The castle became near empty, with only a handful of soldiers to man it. Redcliffe itself dwindled in importance. Lady Isolde bore her husband another child, this time a girl. The birth was difficult, however, and Isolde died in Eamon's arms. He named the child Rowan, after his own sister, and raised her with a loving hand. When she began to exhibit affinity for magic at a young age, he gave her over to the circle for training, but continued to visit her and loved her no less than before. Boy, what a rough life Eamon's had. In the Bracilian forest, the werewolves thrived for a time, living in the remains of the Dalish camp and enjoying recognition for their bravery at the siege of Denerim. Even that goodwill was only to last so long, however. Try though she might, the Lady of the Forest could not entirely suppress the werewolves' animal nature, nor her own, and eventually the curse spread into nearby human settlements. The werewolf population swelled, until finally the army of Ferelden was called in to deal with the threat permanently. Many a werewolf died, but when the soldiers arrived at the old Dalish camp, they found it abandoned. The Lady of the Forest was gone, as were her followers, who were not seen again. In Orzammar, King Balin quickly proved himself a reformer. Trade with the surface lands increased and caste restrictions were loosened. The caseless were permitted to take arms against the Darkspawn in exchange for new freedoms. For the first time in generations, the line in the deep roads was pushed back, and a few taigs were reclaimed. Balin's reforms quickly found him enemies within the warrior and noble case, however, and after several assassination attempts, the assembly was dissolved. The king then ruled alone, some said as a tyrant, others said as a visionary determined to drag Orzammar into the modern world. The assembly unanimously declared Natia a living paragon, following months of deliberation. A new statue was erected in the commons and a new house founded in the paragon's name, quickly drawing a great number of followers from every caste. The dwarven mage, Dagnar, ultimately completed her studies at the rebuilt circle tower on the surface. Eventually, she published a comprehensive theory of how lyrium vapors relate to the supply of magic. It gained a great deal of attention. This inspired mages from other parts of Thedas to establish a new circle of magi in Orzammar itself, one that had ready access to dwarven lyrium, and lies outside the Chantry's power completely. The willingness of Orzammar to harbour apostates sparked outrage that began whispers that the Divine was contemplating a new exalted march. Although the Anvil of the Void was destroyed, rumours about its location crept into Orzammar. Years later, thanks to the defeat of the Darkspawn on the surface, a few determined smiths managed to locate the Anvil's remains. They examined the ruins of the Anvil, and upon returning to Orzammar with their findings, convinced the Shaper to attempt to recreate Caridon's research. A new golem was created, bound with a spirit taken from the Fade. The golem immediately went insane, killing several Shapers before it was destroyed. The research was branded excessively dangerous and sealed away. Whispers of its existence circulated throughout Orzammar, however, and demand among the smith case to reopen Caridon's research refused to abate. As good as her word, Morrigan disappeared once the Archdemon was slain. Someone of Morrigan's description was seen travelling alone months later, heading west through the Frostback Mountains, and she may even have been with child. The companions who had travelled with Natia eventually scattered to the Four Winds, drawn either by personal duty or the call to further adventure. The Grey Wardens welcomed their hero back into the fold, gladly, eager to receive a hero who faced the Archdemon and lived to pass on the knowledge. As the blighted lands began to heal and the Grey Wardens slowly rebuilt the Order in Amaranthine, they discovered that the fight against the Darkspawn was not yet complete. Although the Horde was routed and had dissolved upon the Archdemon's death, many of the more powerful Darkspawn survived to organise roving warbands that preyed upon the land and upon each other. These warbands spread havoc, and some even journeyed west into Orlais or crossed the Shining Sea by the deep roads. They proved incredibly difficult to wipe out. But these are tales yet to be told. This tale ended when Natia sank her blade in the Archdemon's head and destroyed it forever. It was not the last that Ferelden would hear of her, however. There we go. That is Dragon Age Origins. Like I said, it's very rare, I find, for any new franchise to kind of hit the hammer on the head and make the best game first. Usually it's the second one in a lot of cases. I can think of many cases where, like, the first game is, compared to the second, is just nowhere near as good. Assassin's Creed 2, leagues better than Assassin's Creed 1. Mass Effect 2, I think it's... In a lot of ways, I still think it's better than Mass Effect 1. I have come around, I like Mass Effect 1 a little bit more, but in many ways, I definitely still think 2 is far better. Gears of War 2, I found better than Gears of War 1. Kingdom Hearts 2, definitely better than Kingdom Hearts 1. Not that Kingdom Hearts 1's bad, it's just is much better combat and definitely had more of an idea of what they wanted to do. I preferred Modern Warfare 2, the original, over the original Modern Warfare as well. What other examples are there? I'd have to look at my shelf. Evil Within 2, that's better than Evil Within 1. God, Evil Within 1 sucked. Yeah, it depends. Oh, Shenmue 2. I like both Shenmues. Shenmue 3 doesn't exist. I refuse to acknowledge it. This thing right here, see this? This doesn't exist. It's not real. It can't hurt you. That's a guy named Real Cardinal. I think it's Real Cardinal, but I like to believe it's Real Cardinal. Anyway. But yeah, Dragon Age Origins, it's so strange that they just hit it out of the park that way. That's so far away now, I can't be bothered to try and pick it up, I'll grab it later. But yeah, because it's very rare. Because 2, I'm an apologist for 2. When we get up to 2, I'll talk more about how I'm an apologist for it. It does some things I really like. I'll just say right now, if you don't want any spoilers for 2, like minor spoilers, just don't listen. But the reason I like 2, I think 2 could only work if you're a human, but I definitely also agree that the fact that they decided you could only be a human was definitely a case of, hey, let's just copy Mass Effect. Like, a lot of what happened in 2 is just them copying Mass Effect, because Mass Effect was fucking huge. Like, it's ridiculous how huge Mass Effect became of all their games. It was definitely their most well-known that they'd done. Because they'd done other stuff before. I mean, they did Knights of the Old Republic. I think it was Old Republic and then Knights of the Old Republic. I don't remember if the order of them, if there even was an order of them, or if it was just the one. But, you know, they did the Baldur's Gates. They did this. You know, it was just insane how Mass Effect just blew up everything. But what I did like about 2, and why I sort of say where I'm an apologist, is I didn't hate the combat for 2. I kind of liked the idea of the story being told, instead of just one event, like, you know, with you doing it that way, it's 3 separate acts, each one in a different year, and there's usually a jump between them, like... So, to explain how it works, and also it's all in one city, which definitely is smaller, but you can sort of feel like you're actually having an effect on this location by you living there. I finally ripped out this piece of cloth that's been annoying me. It's in my trousers. It was just, I could just got this for it. This guy's nickname's Evil. Anyway, what was I saying about? Yeah, so, because the first act, and it's all different ones, like the first act is just about, you know, one singular adventure. That takes place a year after you've arrived. Then you complete that. 3 years go by. Second act, it's to do with, like, you know, stuff that sort of sets the scene for the rising tensions that'll happen between mages and Templars later. 3 years go by again. Final act is the culmination of what was happening, you know, some of the stuff. Like, you can feel things change. I like the way it was split into 3 acts like that. I thought it was a cool way to tell a story, but it definitely, yeah, it's definitely a step down. But I'm an apologist, I'm a defender of it. I'm not saying it's the best game, by any means. It's definitely the 3rd worst game, only because now Veilguard exists, and there is no defending Veilguard in any way. But yeah. But that's for a future. We still have DLC. Like I said, Awakening's not too long. It's the size of a small game. It can take like 10-15 hours, depending how much you do this, and a good amount of side quests and whatever to it as well. I think this ended up taking about 30 hours, this whole stream. Oh shit! Hey. Is that bullet for my Valentine? I just heard it playing. I'm like, hang on a minute, I should probably turn that. Wait, what? I've never actually listened to the credits. I didn't realize that's the song here. What is it? I'm trying to just remember the lyrics. It's not, if we want to battle, here's a war. What is it? To the right, to the left, we'll fight to the death. It's a brave new world from the last to the first. What's the song's title? I know the song. This is going to be embarrassing to mention. I recognize this song from some Nightcore edits. Remember Nightcore? Anyway, I'll probably skip the credits in a minute, but I'm just using it as a chance to ramble about the game a bit. But, yeah, so there's Awakening, and Awakening's, the way it works is like, you know, you have your opening, here's where it's short. So you got your opening, then you have 2 areas you have to go to. You can go to them in any order. You do both of those, and then it sort of comes back together for a 3rd area, and then the final area. So that's how it is. And then Witch Hunt is literally like 1 area. It's pretty damn short. That's why I say maybe 4, 5 at most. I'd say the minimum possible could be 3, more likely 4, at most 5. Depends how long each one takes. But yeah, but that is that. What's the fucking song called? It's gonna annoy me if I don't look this up. It's Bullet for My Valentine, right? That's the band. God, I know them. Not Bullet Train. What are those songs? I'm sure I'll recognize it once I see this name of it. Oh no, he did do You Want to Battle. Maybe they didn't do this one I'm thinking of. I Bullet for My Valentine did You Want to Battle, Here's a War. Who did the, Oh my god. I'm just gonna type in the names. Oh, it's This Is War from 30 Seconds to Mars. Okay. You know what? They're the same band, basically. You can understand my confusion with this. We've got one which is You Want a Battle, Here's a War, and the song that I'm thinking of from one band, and then the one I'm thinking of here is This Is War. God. Actually, yeah, it couldn't have been You Want to Battle Here's War, because that came out 2015, and this game's 2009. Oh my god, I'm old. Anyway, I'm gonna keep it just turned down, just because, I don't want to earn the ire of, who the fuck was in it? It was, oh god, what's the shitty actor? Jared Leto? Wasn't Jared Leto in 30 Seconds to Mars? Pretty sure he was. Yeah, he was. He's the guitarist. Oh, his brother's in it as well? Huh. Fucking Jared Leto. Whatever happened? There was meant to be a remake of what's the movie with David Bowie that's really good? Back to Googling. This my memory is leaving me. I'm just gonna look up David Bowie filmography because it'll show up. Bowie. No, I don't want his songs. I don't want his discography. I want his filmography. To the right, to the left. Here we are, acting career. Yeah, filmography, because it's going to have his stage production, because he also did stage stuff. Where is it? No, not as an actor. Documentary. Documentaries are. Oh, no, that is stage. Never mind, I don't want stage. Stage was at the bottom. Oh my god, he was in Zoolander. I never saw Zoolander. Oh, Labyrinth. Of course, yeah, Labyrinth. That's right. Yeah, there's meant to be a remake of Labyrinth. I was thinking Pan's Labyrinth, that's why I was getting confused. But yeah, there was apparently meant to be a remake of Labyrinth that had whatever it was called. That was meant to be that was gonna have what's his name, Jared Leto in the role that Bowie was. But I don't know whatever happened to that. Maybe it just got cancelled. Maybe people heard Jared Leto and immediately like, no. Has the guy done anything since he's oh yeah, anyway, yeah, that's right, Morbius, and that fucking failed, and also he's kind of a prick. Anyway, I'm just gonna stop talking shit on him for the minute because it doesn't matter. But yeah, that is going to be it for today. Not the longest in the world. I honestly expected the final battle to take longer than 2 hours. Well, technically it took an hour and 3/4. Damn, because yeah, I really expected that to take longer. But I just have some other stuff, so that'll do. Tomorrow, I will be starting Final Fantasy IX. I'm interested to see what that one's like. It's a much more traditional Final Fantasy than 7 and 8, in that a character is a job, and that's their role, and they aren't jacks of all trade, master of everything. I really did not like 8. Like, at all. I really didn't like 8. It was not for me at all. So, it's kind of a shame. Oh, here we go. Here's all the songs. So we're going to see... There they are! Did they make it for this... They couldn't have made it for... I need to look this up. They didn't make it for this game, did they? That would be ridiculous, because it's only played here in the credits. Hang on a minute. Fucking Jared Leto. I'm baffled by it. There we go, there's the end of it. I can turn it back up now then. Why is that song? Any song in the game. Also, this sound works. You started here. There's Awakening, and there's Witch Hunt. And you basically load your Origins save for Awakening, and you load your Awakening save for Witch Hunt. It doesn't make much difference, technically, for Witch Hunt, but still. Apparently it's to do with legal troubles or something. Why is it in this game? Is there anything here that mentions why it's in it? Why? Spin gave it a 3 out of 10. That's funny. Is that the whole album? Because I think it's an album, not just the song, isn't it? Yeah, it's their third studio album. Yeah. Here we go, here's the song. I want the song itself. This game came out 2009. Oh, but it was recorded. It was released in 2010. So was it first seen in this? It was used as the theme song for this. It's not even. Oh yeah, here it is. Including the soundtrack of Dragon Age Origins as downloadable content for Rock Band, the Formula 1 video reviews, blah 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 blah. Okay. And it was also part of Sale Abridged. Huh. Man, remember Abridged? I'm feeling so old today with this. Yeah, 2009. What was the copyright for it? I have no idea. Anyway, that is it for today. I'm done rambling because I will otherwise just talk about nonsense and fucking shit for another hour. Yeah. I look really weird sitting this way. Yeah, so tomorrow, Final Fantasy IX, starting that, and over the weekend I will probably do some more of Awakening, and probably not finish it, but then, yeah, and finish it next week. But it'll also depend on when I have work, which past 2 weeks I had nothing apparently for some reason. Anywho, that is it for now. Thank you for watching, hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.